Welcome to another exciting episode of the Daily High with Tone Vase and Matt McGregor. We are hours away from the halving, and Tone, why don't you take us through what we're doing tomorrow, or what
Yeah,
you're
so
doing
I'm
tomorrow on your channel?
well tomorrow on your time because it's almost the day is almost flipping. Today on my time, I am on US time at around 3 p.m. Eastern time. I will kick off another one of those 8 to 12 hour live streams. I have invited over 100 people. Let's see who's going to show up. Last 4 years ago, we had an incredible stream. If you check my Twitter, you will find a link to that stream. It was absolutely awesome. At one time, we had 50 people on at the same time in a Zoom that was being live streamed. And we'll see how many people will celebrate with us on my channel. There are other competing streams, of course. So I welcome everyone to watch, and Manny will join.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute cracker. I remember 4 years ago. I remember it really well, and a lot of people I am still friends with to this day. I found through from that show, like girls, Leanne, for example, that we met in Bali. She was absolutely fantastic. She was on that
She should
stream.
she
Dusty,
should come on. She should come on the stream. Yes.
yeah, great. And like Dusty, the graphic designer. There's some great. I heard the
Yeah.
Australian voice, and I reached out. We're still friends to this day, so it's been fantastic. Um, the market today has been so funny because I've been finally. I've got the great internet on my phone. But I was trading with one hand behind my back today. I would be walking on the street and then we see a Starbucks and go in, get the Wi-Fi in Starbucks and see that the price was moving, and I'd put a trade on. And then 2 hours later, I'd walk past like Docomo or something and just connect to like free Wi-Fi and see that I was up and just sell the trade. Go, wow, that was lucky. Or the opposite. I did about 4 trades today, and some of them were good, some were bad. Net positive on the day. I'm in a trade right now, that I entered from a phone shop about 2 hours ago, down the road. So I'm about to open this chart to see if I'm in profit or loss. I don't know. I'll shoot through it right now. This is going to be a shorter show today, but the price has been all right. I'm in profit, marginally. This blue line at 64,769 is my entry. I did catch a bit of this today throughout the day, good and bad, but it's been so erratic. There's no other word for it. It's been absolutely erratic markets. Um, I closed that trade last night. I'll try and remember what candle do you reckon it was? It was this one, right? This candle
Yeah.
I entered really well at I entered at 62 and then got out here on this candle here, got out here, got back in at a poorer place. Let's call it a, I don't know, what was it, like 60, yeah, we'll call it 62 and a half, something like that. And then it came down, I closed it in marginal profit because I thought it would come back down and test the seven. And then I said in the show, I think this will end up like as a really positive trade. I got back into another trade about an hour after the stream last night and then closed that at, when I woke up in the morning, it was stopped out at break even on, perhaps it was this candle right here. I got stopped out at break even. Um, the price crashed all the way down to 60, which put in, I think it, yeah, pretty much its lowest low in this entire downwards trend very, very quickly. And then the next time I came into service, man, what the hell? We were up. Let's check it. Let's check from low to high in that 4 hour period. The price rose $5,500 at nearly 9%. Insane. Insane. If you were like me, away from your computer, you have to have a double take on what had just occurred. It's a $10,000 move in that kind of time. It's so weird. When I'm in front of my computer, 15 hours a day, I'd be all over a move like this. But it just happened without me even seeing it, and I wonder how the viewers felt about this. Did it take them by surprise? It took me by surprise, but ultimately yesterday in the show I was bullish. I had like that weird gut feeling that I sometimes get, and I didn't trade it very well obviously, but I got a feeling that that might have been the washout. I know that's I know the price doesn't look good and all the rest of it, but I think that this was the bottom right here. I think we came back up and we did what we were supposed to do, get back around the 30 and start to close above the 30. Then a few people got excited, like myself, and they got washed out really quick. And the recovery, I think this for me is the bottoming pattern. in this downwards trend. Maybe not ultimately, but coming into the halving tomorrow, I think there's a momentum, but there's absolute volatility as well. So on the 12-hour time frame, oh, I wanted to put it to the daily. Just humor me for a second. I said on the yesterday's show on the 12-hour, and it looks the same on the daily, that we couldn't get above the 7. We kept resisting it, and the highest point yesterday hit exactly on the 7 simple moving average at our 64 150. That was the point of the rejection that came back down and crashed it, and now we're above it. This is very, very good for me that we've finally gotten above my fast moving average. Okay. The next step is to get above 67 400. That's a cluster of exactly 2 moving averages, which is the 30 simple and the 50 simple as well. It could very easily come back up and touch that, and that be also the sign of the breakdown. So that's not a positive sign to hit that and then reject. And with this kind of fluid market that we've got, that's a high possibility. But I think that there's momentum to get above it. I do think that this was it. I think that this shakeout to 60, I think that was it. And I'm going on the record saying that. But who the hell knows? I've got to be prepared either way. Even the trades I'm in right now, I've significantly reduced the leverage. I'm down to about 3%, 3x leverage right now because it's just too insane a market. We've still got the red star on the weekly time frame, but I really love how much this has chased up the price. If we can get above that again, the 68 150, we'll be back above every moving average on the weekly time frame on alphanumetrics. Nothing is more bullish than being above every single moving average on alphanumetrics in my book. So I would really, really love, with 2.5 days left, if we can close above 67 200, 500, we'll call it. That's what I'd be looking at. This
68,
has been
68, 60, so not
68,
67.
68. No, listen to you, Mr. $6,000. 68, 500. That is what we're looking for right now. This has been a terrible time for black box, for anybody who's interested in black box. This choppy market with this insanity that we've had has significantly reduced. This is the results from the start of the year in the backtesting results. We're still extremely positive and all the rest of it, but there's been nothing but poor trades in the last 4 Bangbox signals because Bangbox cannot handle this kind of insane markets where the price is just. I'll show you. I'll just make this on auto for a second. It cannot handle these crazy whipsaw markets. We've had a bad trade here, which stopped out. A bad trade here, which stopped out. A bad trade here, which stopped out. But the only saving grace that I have for this is that we do want to get into a market that's turning bullish, but we're getting out at a reasonable clip here, considering the price dropped an additional 20% from that move. So I'm happy to take these small losses, but it's been painful. It's been seriously painful, and I'm very sorry for the newcomers into black box who have only experienced bad trades since it started. The thing is profitable. It's a systematic approach, and the sun will shine again. And that being said, please join the Discord group. It's a growing organization here with a nearly 800 people that are in the Discord group right now. All traders, all have the single-minded goal of trying to make money. To join the free Discord group, all you have to do is sign up for the affiliate links in the description below. We've got 2bit and we've got a BitGet. 2bit is US friendly and UK friendly, so you might want to look into that. But if you want to trade and you want to be part of a community, cost you nothing. I urge you to look into those signals below. Tone, what are we seeing, mate?
All right, so this is it. I kind of almost want to do a show tomorrow, but since I'm going to be live for 12 hours, I'm going to be talking about this quite a bit. So I'm going to go to screen share, and I'm going to go to the daily chart. And Matt, I pretty much agree with you. I'm going to go a step further. And when you look at it from a daily chart perspective, this candle is completely forgettable. There is nothing special about this candle at all. But this candle could turn out to be the turning point. And I am leaning for this candle to turn out to be a turning point. And I will actually mark this candle. I'm going to wait because the candle still has 8 hours to go, and it could look like a different candle. But if this candle looks anything like it does right now, or slightly higher in price, slightly higher. If the candle goes up to 68,000, this will be a very memorable looking candle. But as it stands right now, this is a candle that looks no different. It doesn't look anything special. It looks absolutely nothing like my, this decade's perfect candle right here. This candle stands out. Like I can just, I can find this with with my eyes closed right here. This candle right there. This is the candle on March 10th. That was a reversal candle on an MRI buy opportunity, off of 2 moving averages, off of a round number. I mean, this was the culmination of everything that I have ever learned about TA happened in one candle. That's a memorable candle. We've had other memorable candles as well. Even the candle that topped us with the ETFs on the weekly chart was a very memorable candle. If I go back to the weekly scale, you can see this massive, like reversal candle right there, how much we've fallen the week of the ETFs. I don't need to label this candle. It's there. This candle here, this daily candle, is completely uneventful and unmemorable. But in reality, I think this is the turning point candle. I do want to give it 6 more hours to be absolutely certain. Now, on the MRI, this candle marked the low. Remember what I said yesterday? In my perfect world, the swing low takes place on this candle. This would have been candle number 8, or the following candle, which would have been an MRI buy opportunity candle. The swing low took place, but if you look, the count has flipped over. So if this thing stays at current price or goes a little bit higher, we're not even going to get the warning arrow. And if you zoom in real close, and maybe I'll go to the shorter term time frame. If you zoom in real close, you will see that this candle marked the swing low ever so slightly. It marked the swing low by such a small margin. But I know how damaging this was and how it liquidated positions. I know this. I feel bad for some friends. This rebound off that candle. Now, yes, this candle happened with an event. Everyone thought that Israel was massively attacking Iran, and now we're not sure if they actually hit something, if it was just drones that shut down. And then when the geopolitical news was discovered to be overblown, it rallied like a bandit. But this is the kind of move that alters momentum. This is equivalent to the move where, remember that fake headline by Cointelegraph that the ETFs were approved, and then the SEC comes out and says, no, the ETFs were not approved, but it showed to everyone that they are over bearish on Bitcoin, and it turned the tide. And even I was a little skeptical. I knew it was fake news, but it turned the tide. I was bullish, but I wasn't bullish enough to completely switch my longer term allocations, and I gave my allocations a little bit extra time. This was where the fake news happened, and I didn't it was at the end. It was during this period here on October 16th was when the fake news happened, and yes, it broke all the moving averages, and in a normal environment I would have gone 100% bullish, but because it was on fake news, I was hesitant, and then the entire next 4 days was a massive run-up. This is equivalent to that. So I know we meant for this to be a short show, but it looks like this might be the longest show we've ever done, because this is one of those secret hidden candles that is showing to people that they are over panicking and selling Bitcoin on geopolitical potential war situations, where it's telling people that, you know what, maybe I shouldn't panic sell my Bitcoin, even if something crazier breaks out in the world. And
man, Tone, just on that, my brother, who's been a Bitcoiner for 5 years, messaged me at 60,000, said, "Man, it's done. Sell your Bitcoin." And I just replied, "Yeah, mate, it's going to 0." And I bought.
right, right,
He's not a new guy. He's not new.
right. So yes, there is one more hurdle. That hurdle is that $68,000 zone. The daily moving average is at 67.5. On the weekly side, actually don't have a moving average. We do have a red star candle though, but this red star candle could go away. If we end up closing, if this ends up being a green candle, this red star might actually go away, which I would like to see. I would like to see this red star go away. So I do want to see us rally the rest of the week. I would be I would be disappointed if this doesn't have an MRI buy indication, because then when I look back, I will not be able to find this candle in a year. I will, it's been over a year since that, crash to 20 and rebound. I can find this candle within 5 seconds. Just gotta, I just gotta scroll back further, But this candle I will never be able to find. And I will mark this candle when this candle ends if I feel this is the turning point. And this might be the low pre-halving because of the way this candle rebounded. There's just something different that happened with this massive run-up. And I know it feels like a lot in 5,000, but once again, I go to this daily candle, I go to the weekly candle, and there's nothing special about it. But on a short-term time frame, you almost had to be there and watch it live in real time. So that's pretty much my point here. It's very possible that the slide down has ended. I was bearish yesterday, very bearish on our yesterday stream. I was bearish on every stream this week. But going into this weekend, going into the halving, what happened last night, overnight in the US and during the day over in Japan has changed my mind. And I am now leaning 75 to 80% bullish. And the moment we break that $68,000 area and close above that moving average, that's it. I'm expecting massive upside.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Tone. And I think that the one thing that you have to keep reminding yourself is we're playing musical chairs on the Titanic right now, and everyone's just shuffling chairs around, trying to get into a position. Every person, no one is bearish on Bitcoin right now. They're just waiting for their spot that they feel comfortable to load up so they can sit in it to 100K. And everyone's just waiting, trying to find that spot. They're trying to get their spot, and they're just jostling positions. I know this because I'm doing it, and I don't have an original thought in my brain. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, where can I plant a flag in the ground here? Is it at 65,000? Is it at 60? I want to catch a good spot, but I want when this thing kicks off, post halving, to be in a good spot. And maybe I found it now. That's why I use less leverage. And I didn't even set a stop. I'm just like, nah, that's it. I'm done. I'm done now. On today's candle, I'm done. We'll see tomorrow what happens in that trade. But I would like that to be the spot that I just went, that's it. I'm not going to trade for a few months. I'm going to sit in that position and let this thing rock. Everyone's thinking that. Everyone.
And
that's
finally, having said everything I said, am I going to rush in right now at 10 o'clock in the morning and turn this into a 100% bullish position? The answer is no. I will wait at least 2 to 3 more hours to make sure the bullishness is holding up. And I may increase this to 75% bullish today. I will not go 100% bullish until I see both moving averages have crossed over. I will stay extra patient.
Very smart.
All right. On this note, I think I'm done. And close us out, guys. Join us. Matt will be there as well. Join us at approximately 3 p.m. Eastern. I gotta see. It's not going to be earlier than 3 p.m. But if it looks like blocks aren't being found and the halving is going to take place at around midnight Eastern, I may start the stream later. But as long as the halving is taking place at approximately 8 p.m. Eastern, I will start streaming at 3 p.m. I plan to start streaming 5 hours before the halving and go approximately 5 hours after the halving.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. I'll be getting up at about 6 in the morning, heading down to the Starbucks down the road, setting up. Gonna be great. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. Please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the description below, 2bit and BitGet, because and then sign up for the Discord group. You won't regret it. There's a big community of like-minded individuals in there. Tone, I am so excited for tomorrow's show. Let's go. I hope you're right. I hope I was right yesterday, and I hope I'm still right that this was it. And If not, we adjust. See you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, guys. I will see you later today for the show.